You're locked in with the Innovators. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell. What's going on? You locked in with the Innovators YouTube. You already know I got the best interviews right here, man. You already know I got the Rich in the building today, man. I got Armani Depaul in the studio. What's poppin'?
Let's go, man. Flavor. We in here, man. What's happening, Innovator? You know what I'm saying?
First, I want to say it's a pleasure and a blessing to have you here. I appreciate you coming through today.
Oh, man, it's a blessing to be on here, man. I be listening to your platform all the time, man.
I appreciate it. Just to start off, how you doing today? How's everything going for you?
I'm chilling, man. It's a nice day in LA right now, man. Everything's feeling good, man. Feeling confident and positive, man.
Yeah. Just to start off, let the people know where you from, where they can find you on social media.
Yeah, it's Armani Depaul, man. I'm from Richmond, California, originally the Bay Area. Man, we out here, man. We've been rocking for a minute, you know what I'm saying, representing the whole Bay Area.
Facts. What's your IG so they know where to follow you?
At Armani Depaul on all platforms. You can follow me, IG, YouTube. Armani Depaul Beats is my beat page. You know what I'm saying? If you want to check some of my production out.
Yeah, for sure. How did you grow up? Were your parents around? What was that like?
Oh, my childhood was lit. You know what I'm saying? To tell the whole truth. That was my favorite part of my life. You know what I'm saying? My parents were around together in the beginning. They kind of kept us sheltered from, you know what I'm saying, the tragedies and all the violent mess in Richmond.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We pretty much, you know, my dad was hustling doing his thing, so we pretty much got to travel, you know what I'm saying, big Disney World, you know, all of that, man. I had a lot of cousins, a lot of people with me, man, and my brothers and cousins was real heavy in the sports. So, you know, we stayed busy, man. We stayed having fun during the childhood. We didn't really see too much of the dark side of Richmond during that time period. Yeah.
Do you think Richmond gets a bad rap? Like when I'm from Richmond. When I tell a nigga I'm from Richmond, they be like, "Oh, you just grew up in the hood." Like it's just like it's nothing good that come out of there. I'm like, it's a bad side for sure, but it's great. It's good too, though. You feel me? Like it's a lot of good shit that go there.
Most definitely. I mean, I feel like just recently a few people, you know, showed the brighter side of Richmond. Shout out I Am Sue.
Yeah.
A few of the other people that's representing. You know, for a long time, Richmond got the bad, shady vibe. You know what I'm saying? People just didn't know what to think of it. You know, it was one of them places you pull up and you ain't talk to nobody from up out there. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no telling what's gonna go down. So, you know, I learned that later on. You know, being from Richmond. You know, in the place I was born and raised, you know, during that time period, I'm not thinking nothing of it, man. We in the streets and doing what we doing. But, you know, looking back on it, man, definitely, man, Richmond is one of them places, man.
Nah, for sure.
You know.
Nah, for sure. If you know, you know.
For real.
Richmond,
man.
CA, not VA.
Richmond, CA, man.
How did your family react when you first started wanting to get into music? Were they supportive of it or... What was that like?
Well, my dad was into music, you know what I'm saying? Pops was a real legend from Frisco, R.I.P. Love Bug, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was putting a lot of compilations together around the time, just snatching artists from everywhere. He was working with the JT, the Bigger Figures, the Fortes, and, you know, I would just go to the studio with him, so it was natural, you know, for me, you know. We would ride around sometime, he'd be like, man, what you think your rap name gonna be? And but when he actually gave me my rap name,
for real?
You know, my real name, my first and my middle name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, it was... The transition from me not rapping to rapping was natural. Everybody knew it was getting ready to happen. I was rapping early on and making beats early on. I really don't know of too many other things I was even planning on getting to, and my family knew that.
Yeah.
Like my brothers and everybody that play sports, but I'd be the dude with the tape recorder. You know what I'm saying? You know, think about what songs I'm gonna sample when I get to the house. You know,
That's
early
tight.
on. Yeah.
Would you say that, like, as far as the music goes, your pops was a big inspiration for you?
Oh, most definitely, man. You know what I'm saying? All around. Not only did he rap and was into the production, you know, he was a real entrepreneur and just taught me the business side of it and just gave me the you know, the inspiration and the hope that you could be more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Nah, I like that for sure. That's hella tight. I feel like knowing that with all the stuff that your pops was doing, it was only right that you got into it and made your own wave with the shit too. You feel me?
Automatically, man. You know what I'm saying? For real.
How would you describe yourself?
I'll go down the list and say, you know, I'm a human being. I'm a Gemini.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a father, and you know, I'm just a legendary musician, man. I'm really a musician all around. Really into music. Really got a good ear. You know what I'm saying? Really a hit maker is what I would call myself. Not just a musician, not just somebody who raps, but somebody who has an ear and know what the what it takes to make a hit. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman. I'm a thinker. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna think outside the box. Rules was made to be broken in my life. But for real, I'm definitely gonna think about it once or twice, man. I ain't just gonna hear it and be like, okay, that's what it is, Definitely. So that's me in a nutshell, man. Mm-hmm.
And how did you get to that mindset where you wanted to be a hit maker? Some people just choose one side. Some people just rap. Some people just make beats. You do both, and you decided you wanted to take that approach to the game. Like, where does that come from?
Well, everybody that I fuck with in the music, I noticed it was a trend in sounds, you know what I'm saying, from early on fucking with the Hot Boys, you know what I'm saying? We was young, really slapping everything, Juvie and BG and all them drop to Manny Fresh and when it went even before that No Limit, you know what I'm saying, to when East Coast really had they shine, you know what I'm saying, from the P Diddy's. You know what I'm saying? So what I liked about the P Diddy's and the Tupac's, they main songs, I noticed I would have the same ear like when somebody else would use a sample or use something similar. So I it's just my ear is definitely natural. It just come from just being around a lot of music, you know what I'm saying, riding with Pops back in the day and he slapping the oldies. You know what I'm saying? And some songs that catch you that you know what I'm saying, that's it's a different from them songs and just any basic song. So just developing an ear, man, over time, man, and then noticing that I didn't want to settle for anything normal, you know what I'm saying? I want my music to say something to you as soon as you press play, you know what I'm saying? So that's definitely a big part of it.
Was it important for you to keep like your name as your actual name? Like, was that important, or just kind of, you say your pops gave your name? Did it just happen like that? Some niggas don't want to go. They don't want that government out there.
Well, for a minute I was trying to find a name, and everything was sounding corny. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, this ain't really me. So when he said, man, you should roll with Armani Depaul, that it was real organic. That's who I am. That's me. You know what I'm saying? So, and then just hearing the feedback from everybody else when I said my name, man, that's raw. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking
got
about
a nice ring to it for
90s, everybody had the one name rap names pretty much. DMX or the Tupac, and then when they started, I was like, that was the era when they first started to have the first and last names. You know what I'm saying? So I already had it going on with Armani Depaul. At first I thought it was long, but just being around hearing people say, man, that name is raw. I like your name a lot. It just gave me more confidence to keep running with it, man. And it was meant to be.
When did you make your first beat?
I started off kind of fighting between whether I wanted to rap or produce.
Really?
But I was just the type of person, I didn't want to reach out or have to depend on nobody. So, I remember being in Richmond, you know what I'm saying, walking from 19th and Main Line to all the way to 26, you know what I'm saying, to go fuck with my boy Big James. And he played in the church, and he played the drums, and he had the little equipment set up. So he'll give me the time to go in there and taught me how to work the Cubase program to make my beats. So, you know what I'm saying, this had to be, man, this had to be probably like the 8th grade.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I graduated in 06. So, you do the math. I ain't got time, but around the 8th grade, man, I was walking down there, and, and it just started like, I wanted to make the beat because I didn't want to have to go depend on nobody else. So really, it was my passion as a rapper, my passion for rap, which led me to producing.
So you were rapping before when you made that beat in 8th grade, you was already rapping?
Yeah, I was rapping. Yeah. I wanted to rap, you know what I'm saying? So, and then the producing came later. It's other landmarks in my story, which really brought the producer out of me. But that's where it started, me. And also, I was my own graphic designer. I'm my own photographer. Like, I didn't want to wait on nobody. I wanted to get my hand on the equipment and speed up the process. Jim and I, I'm quick. I'm fast. We got to get it done. I ain't waiting 3-4 weeks for nothing. So, it really kicked it off for me, man.
I like that you say that, and I feel like that's kind of that mindset that you're talking about is kind of, I feel like, what took me to the next level, because I used to not film my shit. I used to not edit my shit. And I felt like I was just waiting for somebody else to do it. And at the same time, I was just like, damn, I want to drop this thing now.
Definitely.
And I was like, I realized I was able to get out content 10 times faster when I did everything.
Man, exactly. Moving at your own pace.
Exactly.
Ain't nobody gonna have the same passion that you gonna have about your own shit. You know what I'm saying? I learned that early on, you know what I'm saying, regardless.
Nah, yeah, people definitely gotta learn that. At the end of the day, if you depended on somebody, you on their time. I just couldn't do it after too long. I'm like, this shit.
Man, anybody who got that real fire in them, they didn't dabble. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
They didn't dabble in.
They got to
and try to figure out their damn self.
Yeah.
But then you learn that the smartest man really ain't the man that do everything himself. You know what I'm saying? The smartest person is the person that keep people around him to leverage out his time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, later down the line, you learn that it's okay to get a producer, or it's okay to have, you know, and to do one thing. Because my father even told me early on, he like, man, you're gonna have to pick one. Yeah. He like, man, you know, and I didn't get it at the time, but it made sense. You know what I'm saying? And just recently, I felt like I got in that zone where I'm like, I'm titling myself as a producer. Yeah. Before, you know, I feel like it kind of hindered my career a little bit to try to overextend myself so much to do everything for myself. And I feel like the quality, everything could have been on another level. Yeah. Just opening my mind to other people that do it as well. Sometimes you got to be a little patient, man. That's the lesson for you, man. You know,
nah, for sure. I be telling people all the time, like, I said once a nigga like making enough money, I'm gonna have a whole camera crew doing all the work, but they gonna be working for me. It's gonna be on my fucking time though,
because that's gonna allow you to wiggle and do more.
We're gonna do more interviews,
man. Definitely,
it's gonna be like if I said I need that motherfucker out on Thursday though, if it ain't on Thursday,
you boss man shit
exactly,
though. You know,
exactly. So when did you rap your first song?
Around the time I described to you when I was making my first beat. My first song was a song called Natural Born Rapper. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the people I looked up to at the time was definitely Tupac, but also like Nas, and I was listening to a lot of Nas, and I was real lyrical at the time. Yeah. I was real confident on the fact that I knew how to rap. I knew different flows. Yeah. I actually, you know, gonna give you a little knowledge in the rap and this and that. And it took me years to realize that you got to play the game. Yeah. But you know that's what my first song, to answer your question, was not a rapper. I mean, natural born rapper.
You put that out and everything?
Well, nah. That was my first song I recorded. Yeah. Now we want to fast forward to where it kicked off at. You know what I'm saying? My first project was in high school. It was called Street Prophecy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's tight.
And basically, Pops paid for me a little feature. My Pops he launched the Bars Awards, the Bay Area Rap Scene Award show. You know, the first ever award show in the Bay Area. He was the founder of that.
That's crazy.
So around that time, he was working with D-Shot and E40, and it was at D-Shot studio. And I would just be there every day with him. You know what I'm saying? A producer by the name of Troy, and it was just getting together the track list for the award show. Yeah. So around that time, he got me a feature with Turf Talk, and that was my first track, Pure Great, with Turf Talk. You know what I'm saying? And we put it on my first ever CD, Street Prophecy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Which I was around 11th grade in high school.
That's
you know
crazy.
What I'm saying? So after Street Prophecy, shortly after that, when he did the Bars Awards Part 2, it was my more notable CD, Cookies and Milk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was just in the studio playing around on some goofy shit, you know what I'm saying, and really made a song about cookies. At the time I wasn't talking about no Joe. Yeah. I'm really making a song about snickerdoodle cookies and the Cookie Monster.
Some good cookies.
Yeah. And we saw,
that's hella funny.
Oh, mama. So a lot of people know me from that. Like, if you from the rich, if you know my time period way back, we talking about before. You know, that's what kicked it off for me was the cookies and milk.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
saying? Just talking about cookies.
Yeah, so, you know, it's different time period. So some people might think of that as my first song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's tight. Mm-hmm. What do you use to make your beats?
Around that time when I started off, we was using synthesizers. So, you know, that's back when you still using Trident, Motif. You know, I come from that era. You know what I'm saying? When we really using the keyboard. But, nowadays, fast forward to now, you know, I'm on Fruity Loops and Logic. Yeah. You know, I'm a real sample-based producer, so, you know, if I got Pro Tools on my Mac, I might chop a sample in Pro Tools or chop it in whatever. Yeah. But I'm finishing my beat in FL Studio. You know what I'm saying? That's just the standard nowadays. You know what I'm saying? I would say a lot of people argue that you get a warmer sound from synthesizers or like actual keyboards or actual, you know, that type of equipment. And I agree. But at the same time, just the way you can move on FL Studio, you know, just the way you can transition on there is like no other. So if you ain't using FL Studio, man, you know, it ain't a rumor, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the standard, man.
Do you feel it's, I guess, easier to make beats now than back, say, when you started?
For me, most definitely, you know, kicking it off, I always, you know, I just had it embedded in my mind, the body of a song, and it was gonna be a bass, a melody, a transition melody, and drums, and I just always kind of knew that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, you have loops, you have a lot of people that do the hard work for you, and you just gotta add the drums or the drums in the 808. So it's a different era. It's definitely, you know, it's a lot more producers, there's a lot of people doing it because it is easier. In a sense, you know what I'm saying. But then the game is so oversaturated at the same time that it's still hard to find somebody who consistently is good at it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people can make a good beat because it ain't that hard. You could take a loop off a Looper Man or whatever if you know you know. And seem like a Swiss Beats, but you know who can do that every day, every time, and got a real ear for the right loops is what it's becoming now. You know what I'm saying?
How do you feel about the Northern California music scene?
It's like no other. I definitely feel like it's a mecca for music in the Bay Area, but at the same time, you know, I don't know what to say on why we held back, and you know, and excluded from everybody else. I mean, I have my theories. I kind of think we got to get a little more versatile as far as our beat selection. We stand around the same tempos. It's been that way for years. And nowadays, everything is mushing. Everything is merging. It's not even where you from. You could have somebody from Kentucky or Canada. So it's not really regional no more. It's just, you know, you have to adapt to the sound. And them strip clubs, they shaking that ass to a certain pace. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to move all fast. Like, you gotta have that swag, that groove in it, and I don't feel like the Bay has consistently found that. And it's holding us back from the masses because we stuck in that, you know, we stuck in that tempo. You know,
how do you feel like we break out of that? Is it guys like you that go break that tempo for us, or like?
I mean, of course, you know, but at the same time, it's a few people that's already done a few things on certain tempos, or you know, a different way. Shout out to the Lil Yees and the Lil Pete's and the, you know, even other people that branched off and kind of, you know, 24K and different people that found crossover lanes. But the problem is, it's not consistent enough. You know, you can go to a place like Atlanta or Texas and everybody on that shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just everybody that branch off. They know that the tempo range. They know what's up. You know, like you can have a song like that got that real Bay Area, LA, you know, tempo, but your whole album shouldn't sound like that. Your whole catalog shouldn't be represented by that. I think it's repetitive. You know, and now get to a point where even if somebody branch off and do something with a different tempo, ain't nobody really fucking with it. Before I was making beats, I'm making, you know, with the shit I slap. Like I came up off the Bay Area, but at the same time, I always been, you know, attracted to the Southern sound. You know what I'm saying? So I'm making beats that maybe a Lil Baby or, you know, a Gucci Man will rap on, and I'm wondering why ain't nobody fucking with me. And the shit is dope, you know, and I'll take a sample and I'll double the BPM and make that motherfucker 180 and give it a trap sound, and it'd be dope the way I chop it, and I wonder why it's not selling. And the Bay Area is just a place, man. They really one-minded on that tempo. The second I start making Mozzie Mozzie beats tempos, and just staying in that LA Bay Area tempo, my beat sales skyrocketed. You know, I had to stay consistent with one sound. So I be wanting to branch off and do trap shit. But you know, the way it goes, the way it's looking is like I'm gonna stay in this tempo range because that's what's making me the bread. You feel me? They own this Mozzie bass line and and not even just Mozzie, you know, it really originated from the Messy Marvs and the, you know what I'm saying, even people before that as far as the funk, you know what I mean? It's a whole, we can talk a whole interview about that, but that's what they own, you know, period. And I don't know if we ever gonna escape that. You know, it might be certain artists that branch out from that, but, you know, as a whole, I don't know if we ever gonna escape that, you know?
Shouldn't artists wanna, like, I guess, branch out from the norm? Would you say? I feel like that's what will make you stand out, though. Like, you can get hot off that sound, but, like,
that's the trend nowadays, you know, and that's what's going. That's what's going the furthest. You know, you look at artists like 24K, people wouldn't even understand. He from the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he was just number one on the charts, but he had to go a crossover route to get there.
Yeah.
And it's kind of obvious. It's kind of like of course you got to do something different.
Yeah.
But everybody want to be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Many are called, but few are chosen. So.
Yeah.
The thing is, not everybody has a leadership mindset.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel like, you know, they need that to survive, to feel like people like them.
Yeah.
And whoever they're around, as adolescents, they're going to follow them if they're a follower.
Yeah.
It's only going to be that one person every blue moon that's a leader.
Yeah.
That's going to say, you know what, I got to do something different.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't too many leaders out there in the Bay Area right now. More people got to step up. It got to be a consistent thing, and then maybe we could escape that sound and have more people branching out and then mush together and then don't be so regional.
Yeah.
Because right now it's still too regional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like that in 2021. It's starting to mesh together, and it shouldn't be so regional. You know? Mm.
Nah, I got you. Shit, I'm hoping we can break them walls down and make this shit happen for sure.
But not to cut you off, but
go ahead.
Also, the myth about it being crabs in a barrel, it's not a myth. Yeah. You know, and it's a certain area where, you know, the gatekeepers is driven by hate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even early on, I feel like I would be way further. You know what I'm saying? We was nice, not to be me, but, you know, me. We was going crazy, and you know, it's so many politics.
Yeah.
And that got to stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't enough people in charge as gatekeepers that's stepping up to be open-minded about new talent and be open-minded and passionate about helping somebody. That comes from a God heart. Yeah. You know, and if you ain't got no God in your heart, you're going to automatically think hate. You're going to automatically think shut down. And, you know, and the gatekeepers, I'm sorry to say, you know, that's their attitude. Yeah. You know, and that's been the issue. That's been the problem. Yeah. You know, and it's money under the table. It's payola. It's a lot of stuff going on. And as a youngster, you want to get into this rap shit. You think you want to get into rap shit. Yeah. And when you young, it's a lot of shit you say, man, you think you'll have and it'll make life better for you. Yeah. I just want the fame. Yeah. I just want to be on the radio. Yeah. I just want a Ferrari. Yeah. But I'm here to tell you, you know, as a young OG, when you get that stuff, it doesn't fulfill you. You know what I'm saying? And you need God. Or you need something bigger. Because you're going to always be chasing something else. Yeah. You're going to get that and you're going to want something else. You know what I'm saying? So not to tarry on, but I had to get that in there, man.
Nah, I definitely want you to speak your piece for sure. Yeah, people, it's been a common thing. People say, like, it's a crab in a bucket. I be like, fuck, like, what can I do or what can we do that can bridge that gap? But because I always point to Atlanta. I'm like, Atlanta is a city, even LA is a city where it's hella niggas on at once. Like, it can be done. Like, I feel like it's more about niggas who popping, giving the next nigga the platform to shine. You feel me? Like,
that, and then at the same time, you know, what I discovered early on is at first I was just trying to put myself on. Yeah. You know, everybody got that pride, you know, you feel like you the hottest shit and the shit is supposed to be on. So I'm just, you know, and it took me a while to realize, you know, the key to the game is collaborating. Yeah. You know, and that's when I started to see some success in my career. Yeah. Is when I reached out and started to collaborate with the Filthy Riches and the Jay Stallings or whoever you can name in the Bay. Yeah. I work with, and you know, that gave me the mindset to realize that's the issue. People wonder how can you eliminate the crabs in a barrel, you know, in a regional thing that's going on. Some of these people that got this bag, they got this bread, got to put some collaborations in on the East, on the Atlanta people. Yeah. You take the hottest person in the Bay and go pay for a Migos feature or somebody like that, now you open them up to a brand new fan base, and that's the key to everything. And they not doing that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's people, I don't want to collab with nobody, but when that's the mindset. Or people don't want to put that bag up. Yeah. They want to flash you that little advance. Nah, man, give me a Drake feature. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's gonna take.
And they gotta realize that, man. Oh, mama.
Nah. I think that would be great. I be saying all the time. I be like, man, if a nigga just got him a feature with somebody from the South, that would be bridging the whole Bay Area. The Bay Area niggas already love the Southern music, so it's kind of like that's a whole other market we can tap into.
But it's weird too, though. Like early on, like maybe a couple years ago, I got a feature from Kevin Gates. Yeah. And you would think that would be my biggest record today, but it's like the Bay Area is just such a place, man. It's just like Detroit. They ride around slapping they own shit. Yeah. You know, a feature from Amazi or a feature from somebody that's more seasoned from where I'm from, get way more results than somebody that's industry big, because it's all a perception anyway.
Yeah.
And they don't know these people, but they might rub shoulders with a Mozzie or somebody like that.
Yeah.
So when you get a feature, it's a little more, they take to it a little more. So it's a little weird. I'm not saying I got all the answers, or the solution, but at the same time, I know if you come with a certain sound with the right feature on it, you're gonna open yourself up to a fan base. Another thing about features that I learned, when you get a feature, the song you make with that feature has to be, his fan base got to take to that.
Yeah.
You can't go get a Kevin Gates and go put it on some hyphy shit.
Yeah.
Because now you defeating the purpose.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna go get a big feature, you gotta have the talent to get on some shit like he on too. You know what I'm saying? So when his fan base hear it, they're gonna be like, oh, who is he? You feel me? So that's what it really is.
How do you feel about failure?
It's necessary. It's wins and losses and this shit. Shout out Bugsy, RP Bugsy.
RP Bugsy, for
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's like you don't know how to appreciate the wins until you take a few losses. You know what I'm saying? You never gonna have what it takes until it's the same thing like working out or whatever. You gotta break that muscle down and build it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's necessary and it's a part of life. And it ain't gonna always be cloudy. The sun will shine in the morning. You know what I'm saying? You had them times it feel like you didn't lost at a bad dice game. You just want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
You don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you just keep that message that the sun gotta come out, you will get through the failures and take it a day at a time. Don't look at it like, oh shit, I'm down today. Oh, everybody eating or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you gonna have time. God gonna provide you that time. So as long as you looking at it from that point of view, failure is a necessary thing, and you expect it. You kind of expect it, like it's whatever,
Yeah. What has been your experience like in the music industry? Like, is the business good? Like, how is the business being handled?
Well, starting off, no, my business wasn't good. I come from an era where we was thinking that we could pull up to a record label and go rap or sing to somebody that ran out and they just gonna sign us on the spot. I didn't understand that it's a business. It took me years to understand that. No, it got to make sense from a business standpoint. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how lyrical you is, can you sell that song and what's your marketing scheme and this and that. So a lot of young people coming up, they don't really know that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The champagne a little bubbly. Man.
Yeah.
But they don't really know that, man. They be like thinking, I swear, like even I get people in my DM, I got a raw song, bro. Like you can have the best song perception wise you want to have.
Yeah.
What's your plans on selling it? What's your gimmick? And I learned that early on, in the middle of my career, I ran with the cookies and milk thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I had a gimmick. I was able to make a mascot around it. I said, I'm going to make my own cookies.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people hated on it like, oh, that's weak or this and that. But you got to get business minded in this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For real. And even after that, I ran with the juice shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Onto the milk shit. I always had a business mindset. I always treated it like a product.
Yeah.
And when you looking at it like a product, it's easier to sell because you know what you're doing.
The shit it is a product at the end of the day. Like, you are selling your music. Like,
exactly. But people just so stuck on, I want to be raw. Or, I made up a dope song that they can go around they 15 homeboys and play and they get gassed up or go perform at a free show.
Yeah.
And, I shoot a video throwing up a gun or something.
Yeah.
And they feel like, they made it.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, you got to sell this at the end of the day. You got to have some type of plan on how you going to profit from this. You feel me? So, I mean, overall, like, I wish I had somebody when I was young telling me that it was about the business. And, and I had to go through so many years trying to make good music or trying to get it heard instead of realizing that, I got to look at it from a business point of view. You feel me?
Did you ever struggle getting your beats to artists at first, or was that hard for you?
What the people that really know, I've been Armani Depaul, the rapper, and I still am, but mainly the rapper known as the rapper up until 2020.
Yeah.
I just started selling beats last year.
Yeah.
First year selling beats, made 6 figures.
You never was selling beats before that? You were just putting people on your shit?
Never. Okay. I was just, I was making beats for myself.
Yeah.
Or, like I said, I started a compilation series back in 2015 where I'm getting everybody that's hot and putting them on my beat.
Yeah.
And Jay Style and Stevie Joe, shout out them for putting me on the business and learning how to get a distribution check. Rap Bay and all them, because that was my goal at that point. Once I got my first check, I was like, okay, I can go just pay for a feature, put them all on my beat, and I'm gonna get the money. I'm getting checks from this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing that for a minute and making beats for myself until I realized, it's from me, after putting so many years in the game, I could say, you don't want to be one-minded and just try to be a rapper. Yeah. Because that whatever up gotta come down, and rappers don't stay hot forever.
Hell no.
And if you could just want to be a rapper, once you ain't hot no more, then your check stop.
Yeah.
So as a nigga get grown, get a little older, you start to realize, like, God, how do I keep my check going? Yeah. So that's how I really got more into the producing, like, you know what I'm saying? So, and that was just like last year. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Where, I really, I seen all the YouTube producers and really started watching the shit and really realized you can make 6 figures. First year out, made 6 figures. You know what I'm saying? Took the game and did what I had to do to keep the check going. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mm-hmm. But before I was rapping, like, people didn't know. People probably to this day still like, bro, I used to slap your shit like they didn't know, like, I'm full-fledged producer now. Yeah. Like Armani Depaul Beats. Follow me on Instagram, by the way. But yeah, I'm full-fledged producer. But before, I was big rapper. Yeah. Big one. I need my face and my name on that motherfucker. Yeah. I want to be the nigga on the front. You know, you get out of that mindset when you really get about a bag. Yeah. You say, I could sit in the back seat. Yeah. Let me title it as his song. Yeah. They don't gotta know, you know what I'm saying? Because I stopped chasing the fame and the follows and the likes and started trying to, I got that first rap check and I need that bag. You feel me? Over and over. So. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nah,
I think that's very big what you said, because it is people who make a lot of money off music, and they not the face of the situation, whatever's moving. They're not the rapper. Like, they behind the scenes. Like,
that's where it's at.
There's a lot of money to be made behind the scenes.
That's where it's at, man. Nah, most definitely, bro.
Nah, I rock with that. Like, I feel like you're a person that you always seem to get on artists early. Why is that? Why would you say that is? Like, you just had an ear for it?
I mean, yeah, definitely just, shout out my young cousins, Lante, and young people. When you ride around with young people, they're going to put you on what's hot. Yeah. I might ride around slapping some little baby Drake or what's on the radio, but the young nigga going to put on that shit in the aux cable that you like, who is that? Yeah. Or I ain't heard that. Yeah. So just mobbing every day, busting moves with a bunch of young people. Yeah. And they put me on. And just having a business entrepreneur mindset to be like, okay, if he popping, and I get with him early on, we gonna get the bag, So once I did it the first time, which like I said, I came out. My first song was with a feature. I played the feature game. Yeah. So I seen it work early on, and I just stayed on that. I'm like, it ain't about having a solo song. I could do this shit solo. Yeah. But at the same time, I realized as a rapper, which I should know too, is if you're gonna be a solo artist, it gotta be something about your life, and it gotta be it's got to be something bigger than music, which is going to allow you to get a fan base. You can make good music all day, but if you ain't got no controversy around your name, or you ain't got no story to tell, or you just wasn't that nigga without music, you're not going to magically just make music and have a fan base. And that was my situation. I could make good music, but, I wasn't that kid in high school that, just had a bunch of fans. I was quiet to myself, so without no controversy, I realized early that wasn't going to carry my career as a solo artist and played the feature game. Some of y'all should do that. It worked out for me. Yeah. For real.
You got records with like a whole bunch of people. Like you got, I go the day back, of course, like I think it was like 2017, you connected with SOB. Like, how was that time with them? Like you was working with them when they was pretty much some of the hottest shit out.
Yeah, I mean, and it came from me really just, not just looking for the opportunity, but being ready for the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Not, the opportunity I had to knock on the door, it was unlocked. Yeah. I was ready, and I realized, what, I gotta get my hustle on and have a bag put to the side. Yeah. So when I holler at these artists, I ain't saying, a lot of these people be like, oh, hop on my shit, I'm raw. Yeah. They just, it's sad they don't understand the business. Yeah. When you start talking some chicken, they tend to respond. Yeah. You gotta pay your way. I respect Pac-Man and how he got on. You know what I'm saying? Really paying his way. And you got to kick it off like that. And a lot of these producers be sending out free beats. You know, just they need that drug or somebody getting on their beat.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got somebody. But why not pay for the feature and own the song?
Yeah.
You got them on your beat, but now you getting a check.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these people, I produce for such and such. You ain't getting no money.
Yeah.
When that nigga done made $1 million off your shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Thanks.
you know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing to be happy about. You
Yeah,
niggas got credits in
celebrate for sure.
Niggas got credits in their bio. I produce. Is you getting your bag? Do you know how to get your bag? Do you understand that you could have gave that nigga 500?
Yeah.
Got a verse from him, gave somebody else 500, labeled it, they song, had your beat, and got paid all the way around the board.
Exactly.
And I figured that out early. Ooh, SOB was a real like a staple in that, because we invested like 300 at the time. I'm putting it out there, but we invested like 300 at the time. They just kicked off.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, out there 300, motherfucker was getting $1,000 every month.
Yeah.
And it went on. So then I said, oh shit, I'm gonna keep doing this shit.
Yeah.
But not just that, shout out Lil Sheik. That's my cousin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's one of my first cousin, Booby. That's his little cousin.
Yeah.
And I had the direct plug through SOB through there. And
Yeah.
once they seen I was serious about, the business side and we was coming with it, they kept fucking with me.
Yeah.
And that's them some of my biggest songs to date, you know what I'm saying? As far as monetizing, like I still get, I check my account. It's still like number 2, 3 on my top songs. The shit I did with SOB. Yeah, for real. Yeah.
How you feel about like the group breakup? I know it's not really too much involved with you. Like, but.
I feel like I was watching Showbanger on hearing what he said about coming together make the most money. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. And I felt like they was at their biggest peak when they was all together.
That's true.
But I don't know the inside story.
Yeah.
And people got their own principles and how they rock. I don't know them personally enough to really speak on it.
Yeah.
I wish like everybody else they could have stayed together.
Yeah.
But as you can see, it's been a trend. Like a lot of groups tend to break up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just period.
Yeah. Just in general. Yeah.
Shout out to the Migos still rocking, but it's like most people like it's over with after that. Because they ain't never had no money.
Yeah.
And then when you get the money, you don't know how to act. People shit come up and people get their feelings hurt and shit happen and it is what it is. I don't know too much about their situation personally, but of course I wish they could have stayed together. And I wish they come back together and see that they was the biggest together.
Yeah, fact.
You know what I'm saying? Making the biggest moves.
Yeah.
And that's what that is.
Can you talk about your relationship with one of the, I feel like you had the record what was it Jokes Up with Bris and EBK Young Jock. Can you talk about like how that record came about and like your relationship with Bris, if y'all had one, or what that was like?
Once again, me trying to be the mastermind and play the feature game. Don't be afraid to play the feature game. You know what I'm saying? If you want a little change. Cause we've been playing the feature game, man, and life is good, but at the same time I was doing that.
Yeah.
I was early on Bris when he was in jail.
Yeah. And
I be getting in them DMs, man. I get on that gram, I ain't looking in less than all day, like, I ain't gonna speak bad on people, but I get on there, I'm looking about some business. You know what I'm saying? When I'm passing through them previews and shit, I'm seeing who hot and who popping, and I seen early on, people was taken to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I hit him up. I didn't know he was in jail at the time.
Yeah.
And he never hit me back. So as soon as he got out of jail, I was on the first week, hit him back up. Oh, welcome home, bro. I've been fucking with your shit.
Yeah.
I'm serious person trying to get you on some shit once again. Busting moves, having a little money to the side, being ready for the opportunity.
Yeah.
So, he early on, he fresh out of jail. I'm not knowing his situation. I don't really have a relationship with him or know him.
Yeah.
But he reached back out to me.
Yeah.
And gave me a price. It was a player price.
Yeah.
It was smooth. I'm like, okay, but one thing I also learned early on is a lot of times you can't just get one feature.
Yeah.
If you really want to blow, get 2 of the hottest people on one song. I'm giving y'all the gems.
Yeah.
I'm giving y'all the gems. Go get 5.
Yeah.
My first song, Ride On It. We had I Am Sue, Raven Joe, everybody who was hot at the time. And when I seen that work, I learned early on, like, make this, go put collaborations together you never seen. People want to see, you know what I'm saying? I did a little history, look back on YouTube, seeing that he fuck with Jock.
Yeah.
And seeing that their collaborations did well. And just as a businessman, just thinking like, oh, boom, chess move. I'm going to go put them, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm going to be on the song. At first, I didn't even want to be on the song.
Yeah.
I'm just going to produce it for them. This going to be their comeback when he first come out of jail. So I'm just visualizing it, and it came together.
Yeah.
Law of attraction. I literally, It was my birthday weekend. I'm in Monterey. I'm on the beach. I called Bris.
Yeah.
Put it together. I instantly DM Jock. Instantly put it together. As soon as I get back in town, we do it. You know what I'm saying? I got my own little mobile studio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We go to my cousin's house out in Sac. You know, it called them over. I let them know early. Look, we gonna record the song. But also, just recording a song nowadays ain't enough. You need a visual.
Yeah.
So I'm knowing that you need a product to promote. It's just, you can promote it easier if it's a visual. It's more of a product. So I said we gonna do the video with the song.
Yeah.
They like, oh, who's shooting the video? I'm like, me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you shooting the video and you recording? All right. I'm like, yep. I'm coming through solo with the mic, with the camera, and we gonna record. We gonna shoot the video right after. So that's what we did, and you know, it turned out to be one of my biggest songs to date. Shout out, you know, R.P. Bris, Jock Jokes Up. You know what I'm saying? At first, the song was called Meanwhile. Yeah. It was a lot of police brutality and shit going on in the world with the coronavirus, and I'm like, we finna come on here with the swag, like. Meanwhile, what that's going is what we doing. Yeah. But it's what we focusing on. Yeah. So that was kind of like what I told him to rap about. I didn't even have no hook. Yeah. I'm like a DJ Khaled, you know, hitmaker / hitmaker with this shit. Like, it's about the arrangement of the shit. Yeah. I'll go in. Sometimes I don't even got to be the person to make the beat, do none of that shit. But I'm going to arrange it in a way to where it's people going to take to it. Yeah. To where I'm going to make it a hit. Yeah. It's been so many times. Somebody come, they spit a verse. I turn his verse into a hook. Yeah. I turn a certain part into a bridge. Like, I just had that ear to be the arranger. So that's what happened. Young Jock, I told him to spit 12s. I think Jock gave me 20. I don't know if he did it on purpose. Shout out Jock, but I think he gave me 20. Yeah. He gave me 20, so I turned one part of his verse. He was just like, jokes up. This was his verse. Yeah. I had the hook at first. It was garbage. It was like some Meanwhile type shit. That's how me and Bris first come on with the Meanwhile. Yeah. But, you know, I chopped it up, and it was a hit, man. It jokes up, man. It just rung, and it worked out. The video wasn't the best quality, and then I put it right out. I just said, fuck it, we just gonna drop this motherfucker. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Then, of course, you know, the sad part, people give you more credit when you dead. Yeah. You know, a week after, 2 weeks after Bris passed away. Yeah. And the song skyrocketed, but I felt like it was already on fire. Yeah. You know, it had the potential to keep going.
That's crazy that you say that, because when he passed, when he passed away, I was asleep, and then like I was getting hella messages because I interviewed him with G-Man.
Like, oh, for real, yeah. So then I didn't even see that one.
Niggas kept commenting, R.P. Bris, that's how I found out.
Man, it was unfortunate.
That shit was crazy as hell. But that's a tight story though, and I think I feel like you gonna open a lot of people's eyes to just how you played the game and how you played, because I feel like people's pride gets in the way of them spending money on shit, but not knowing that everything you spend money on is an investment. Exactly. Even me, every interview I do costs money. I'm not in this room for fucking free.
For real.
Like, so it's kind of like I gotta invest, but. I'm loving your mindset though, because at the end of the day, it's just some smart ass shit. Because you're not letting your pride get in the way of anything. You focus on making good music and being able to make a good profit off it. Can't nobody knock you.
Exactly, man. It ain't a myth. What you put into it is what you get out of it, man. And the shit that I spent money on, the shit that I really planned out and strategized, did the best for me. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at it like that. You know what I'm saying?
You also just recently dropped some shit with CML.
Yeah.
How did that connection come about? He going up right now too.
Well, yeah. If you look back, I got a lot of stories with in personal situations, with a lot of artists. Yeah. You know, it was a personal time period I was working with that artist, and we made the magic we make, and then you might see me the way I drop it. It'd be back to back to back to back. Yeah. But you know, around 2010, 2012. I had a real dominant movement going on in the Bay, CSR, Cash Rules. Yeah. Shout out AM Dre, you know, Ronnie. Everybody was a part of the Cash Rules. And, you know, I feel like, and we was fooling with Filthy Rich around the time. Yeah. I don't know what they had going on, but his videos, CML videos would pop up in my suggested. Yeah. So I feel like he knew, I mean, we knew about each other. We was kind of coming out around the same time. This is like 08, 09, 2010. Yeah. You know, but when I reached back out to him, like maybe 2016, 17, he automatically took to it. Like, bro, we supposed to been fucking around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been fucking with you. So like, I didn't even know, like, you know what I'm saying? But I would see some of the same girls that was in my videos and his videos and shit. But I didn't really peep. Like, bro, nah, I fuck with you. He sent me his number right away. He like, lock me in. This my personal number, bro. I fuck with you. And I felt the love instantly. But I was still trying to be on some rapper shit around that time. And I hit him up on some let's do some rapper shit. And he didn't take right away to it. We just kind of kept the relationship going. But when I got on the producing end of it, and I started sending him beats, that changed the game. You know what I'm saying? My beats was up to par to a point where he took notice and he said, "Oh, I'm fucking with you. You finna ride to the top with me." And everybody really do that. You might send people beats that use it. Some people don't even let you know they use it. But he right out the back sent me the songs back. I let him know I was working on Run the Street 7, which is my compilation series I do. And I said, man, I'm doing my compilation. It'll be a blessing. I produce some shit for you and you could do something for my compilation. And we just kept doing songs. Like every day he would just send me back songs. We probably did about 9 songs. You know what I'm saying? Just because everything I was sending him was undeniable. I got to a point in my production where I don't even settle for nothing that's regular. I'm not even finna export that motherfucker out if it ain't $1 million hit. So he took to that. If I sent him something, he automatic, oh shit, everything this boy sending me going crazy. So, it just, when it got time for him to do his project, he let me know he was doing a deal and he had a project he was working on. Whatever songs he didn't select, he let me know I could use for the compilation. So we got a lot of songs together. He got probably about 4 or 5 songs on the compilation. And then I produced his main single on his project, Deeper Than Depth. You know what I'm saying? And it's going crazy.
I think CML, like, he gets this controversial rap, and I mean, CML was one of my favorite interviews because it was just real. Like, it was just raw and uncut. But I feel like at the same time, with me doing what I do, it's kind of like you hear what people will say about somebody, and you can hear what niggas say. But at the end of the day, I give everybody a chance to meet them for me. So when I met that nigga, he was a solid, genuine person. I'm like, damn, why niggas was acting like you wasn't?
I mean, he ain't show me nothing but love. Shout out CML. Dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, on some music shit, we rocking. Like I said, I'm excluded. I'm a neutral person. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. We neutral parties.
It's like I collaborate with so many people. Some people might think, and get it confused, and I'm taking side. I'm a neutral person. I don't work with everybody. I got shit with Mozzie from way back. But I don't feel no way about nothing, nor do I know about.
It's not your problem.
I'm from Richmond, California, man. I ain't into them politics. I'm doing me, and whatever the bag is, I'm gonna produce for whoever coming with that bag. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about none of that other shit. You
exactly.
know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
People gotta know that. I gotta put that on record. Sometimes people get it confused. Like,
for sure.
Like, this is a business, nigga.
That's what people don't realize.
I ain't out here. Like, what is? This a business. So just to put that out there, like, on some music shit, we rock. We kept it music. And that's what it was. We did our work. I ain't really spoke to him in a couple of weeks, but during the time we was doing our work, I was speaking to him every day. That's how I know it's about, what was going on at the time. Like, I don't have any friends like that outside of my family, but when it's business, I come up and I show up on time. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, facts. Let's talk about the new project out now, Run the Street 7. How does it feel to be on number 7?
Yeah, big Run the Street 7.
Yeah.
Big, this is the biggest one so far, Shout out everybody that's fucking with me. It's still, they still taking to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be real, when I drop my singles, they'll get more streaming power than the actual project. But nowadays, I'm masterminding enough to know that if you throw the singles out first, then you throw them on a project, it lifts the streams of the total project. So right now we about 500,000 in less than a month. And that's big for a Richmond nigga. And I'm not saying it like that, but I'm just saying I'm not even rapping on that motherfucker. I just put it together like an arrangement. So, to say the least, it's doing well. It always starts with, like, every year I'm doing new shit. Like, I'm figuring out it's because it's somebody hot every year. So I'm figuring out who hot, and I collaborate and do a single. And then it becomes maybe in the middle of the year, closer to my birthday, Big Gemini, May, you know. Because of my birthday, you know, I'll put all the singles together and then we'll drop it as a project because I'm trying to get both bags. People don't realize you can get the bag as a single. And then some people think, okay, you drop the song as a single, you can't drop it again. No, I'm going to double time and then I'm going to drop it as a project. So now I'm getting the distribution as a single, and then it's 2 times in your face. Yeah. Like you, just in case you didn't see it the first time. You can see it again. You know how you gonna go run the streets, you gonna hear it again. Yeah. And I do it a lot of times where you know, I don't do shit for free. You know, I'm a chess player, I'm a mastermind. You know, these motherfuckers out here be sending free beats. I don't believe in that shit. Yeah. Because I put my hard time and effort into this motherfucker, and I'm that nigga. So if I make a beat and a nigga even think, or he ain't familiar on who the fuck I am and think that he getting the beat for free, he gonna drop the single, but I'm gonna put it on there and get my half too, because rightfully and legally, if I produce the song, half of that motherfucker is mine. I'm gonna let y'all know. A lot of y'all don't know that. You know, you could be a rapper, but the producer, he owns half of that song publishing wise. Yeah. So if you drop the song as a single, how I'm supposed to get my half? Yeah. Oh, it's good, bro. It'll be on Run the Streets. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm gonna get paid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it one way or another. And a lot of people that, you know, that's real business and into the game, you know, they looked out. You know what I'm saying? And shot me my money ahead of time, this and that, and I leave them songs alone. Yeah. But that's just a way for me to get, you know, to monetize my work too. So it's been going lovely. We gonna run this motherfucker up to Run the Streets 80. I'm gonna have gray dreads out this motherfucker on Run the Streets 70. Yeah. In this bitch. And we ain't limited to one a year. Last year, I think I dropped 2 of them motherfuckers last year. 5 and 6. Mm-hmm.
What, like, first I wanna ask you, the cover art. Mm-hmm. Where did that idea come about?
The Brady Bunch originally. Okay. That's I did the blue color. Frank, Too Artistic did it, and I had the cartoons going on. Yeah. And then I don't like when you pay a nigga for a cover. But shout out Frank Too Artistic. He wanted Ross to do this shit. Yeah. And they just take hell long. That's why I got into the graphics. Like, I liked my shit right away. Like, tomorrow, bro, I paid extra tomorrow. So we just wasn't rocking all like that. Yeah. So I started fucking with B. What bro name? He big. Be cool. The brother that start off shooting the SOB videos. He do the graphics and shit. B Gigs. Yeah. That's when I started fucking with B Gigs, and he brought it to life with the real photos. Yeah. So for the first 5, we got the cartoon look, and now we into the real photos. He got like a black and white overlay over the picture, and it's going.
That's tight. Nah,
I'm gonna run with it.
I really did like the cover art. Yeah. So I did want to talk about that. Also, like, what was it that made you want to start this series?
I was to a point, like, I was talking to my little brother, Handsome Harp, where he had just got fresh out and he was doing his rapping shit. And I'm like, bro, I'm like probably like 26 at the time. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, my love for this rapping ain't the same. I'm like, you know, I just don't love it the same way I used to. Yeah. I'm thinking about, you know, and I was just trying to find my position in this shit. Yeah. And the power to reinvent yourself, you know, it's so strong. Sometimes, you know, you think you didn't gave it your all, but, you know, I've seen so much success short term, you know, just focusing on production than I ever did in my long-term career as a rapper. Yeah. Like, this is where I needed to be. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys showed me, like, I needed to switch lanes one time on them. Man, I'm that nigga again how I'm supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And that was the vision. I seen it. Right when I was finna give up, I said, nah, I could just switch lanes. I already know the feature game. Yeah. People respect me enough to at least respond when I reach out for a feature. Yeah. That's enough. I know the business. I'm going to keep, you know, trapping in the streets, and I'm going to keep taking the money and putting it back in. I'm getting a check every month. So that's what really made me start it. And when the first one did so well, I said, we just going to keep doing it. And everyone do well. Everyone got over 1 million streams that we dropped. So, you know, that's pretty good for, you know, me. For real.
2015, you released the first Run the Streets. Mm-hmm. A whole different decade ago. For real. So much has changed in the music game since then. What do you think is like the biggest difference in the projects as the years pass?
Shit, say that again as far as so much shit that it changed, because then, like, it's a whole different game. It's so oversaturated now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I remember a time period where I was the only rapper. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, he rap, she rap, everybody rap. Yeah. But it's not just that. You know, everybody's so conditioned, and more people bring more followers, so it begins a cycle of talking about the same shit over and over. So the topics and, you know, all that, it definitely kind of got condensed to everybody. Oh, I got this 30 stick and I'm sliding and I'm doing this and that. So, you know, that's a difference from 2015 in the sense where, you know, it was still cool to make a good love song. Yeah. You could still Ja Rule it out, you know, for a set. And that's where I come from. I make hit songs like, you know, early on, like, you know, 50 Cent 21 Questions was my song. You know, and shit like that. I was a hit. I had that hit maker ear, so I wasn't really tripping over the street shit that you gonna slap in the street. I'm tripping over the shit that's gonna be big. They could play in China. You know what I'm saying? Be real. Everybody can relate to love. So that went away in a sense. You know, all the R&B went away. I don't even, you know, feel it's that powerful to get a singer on your hook. Yeah. You know, you can get somebody to swag out some auto-tune, but some real singing, you know, it ain't that likable no more. You know, and it's fading away. It's a different world. It's a different sound coming in if you really listen. And to me, the Bay Area's always been behind in a way. You could say ahead because they different than everybody else, but at the same time, from the tempo standpoint and how good and talented they is on auto-tune, it's not as good as the rest of the world. Yeah. The rest of the world know what the fuck they doing with the auto-tune. Yeah. Like, you could tell when somebody just start rapping. You know, once you got an ear from this shit, you could hear it. You can hear, like, y'all ain't that good. You can't just, you got to really know melody. You got to really understand music. You got to really understand in the pocket. You got to say something a certain way. Yeah. You got to know when to make your voice lazy and boom. So, you know, it's changing all around, but the Bay Area need to get on it. That's our only hope for being global, you know.
What are your hobbies outside of music?
Shit, gambling. Nah, keep it real. You know, I fuck with my family, man. I'm at an age where I'm appreciating the shit that matter more, and I'm understanding, you know, and get to the point to know that money don't matter. It's about doing what the fuck you want to do. Yeah. Stop paying attention to the money and pay attention to the freedom of doing what you want to do. So I'm embracing that, you know what I'm saying, and just like spending time with my kids and, you know, and just little shit around the house, you know, just embracing and learning shit, geeking up, learning shit. Yeah. Like, I like to just geek out on YouTube and just learn some shit. Like, you feel me? But I fuck around, man. I fuck around. I'm out there in Big Vegas. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We fucking around. Yeah. Every night. Yeah. No, you might see me out and about, man. You know what I'm saying? I fucks around. I like to have a little fun. You know what I'm saying? I like to have a little fun, turn up. Yeah. At first, I was in a bubble where it was like I would shoot hella videos. Yeah. And that would be my little fun. It's like, I'm gonna get some drinking. We finna all gather together and shoot videos. And I'm becoming like, I'm not that on that right now because it's like, you'll put hella times in a video and then you ain't got the platform to get the views that's really deserve to get. Yeah. People don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? When you get ready to put out a single and a video, you gotta have that money put up and have a plan on how you gonna market that motherfucker. Yeah. You gotta know what you expecting from that motherfucker and you gotta, you know, just do it. Yeah. Like, if you're gonna put it on World Star this night, but it's gonna take the bag, but I realize you know, it's more efficient to take the bag and get a feature and get the money, but I'm giving too much game. Yeah. But look,
they better watch this interview with a notebook.
Yeah, but look, but that's what I was liking doing. I had got so accustomed to just doing music that was my fun. Like, okay, when I shoot a video, that's my fun. But now it's like I'm getting into the simpler things and the shit that matter the most, man. To tell the truth,
Do you believe in aliens or ghosts?
Hell yeah.
Both.
I was just, man. I just seen some UFOs like 2 weeks ago.
Where? In Vegas?
In Vegas, bro. My mom. Like,
tell me about this.
I didn't get. Matter of fact, I do got a picture of it. I'm gonna send it to you later. All right. Yeah, I believe. You know, it's so much shit that's unknown and we don't know about. You know, I don't know if the proper name would be ghost or alien. I just know there's other shit out there besides us. You know what I'm saying? For a fact. You know what I'm saying? And I like to geek out and that's one thing I go to get on YouTube and just look at for hours. You feel me? All the conspiracy, all the shit. Yeah. The government tried to hide in the secret space program. You know, y'all gotta go down that rabbit hole. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You get some time, you gotta go.
You gotta go. That shit is interesting, and don't anybody just make that shit up. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely exciting to know that it's something bigger than us and the norm of what we think is just the only thing. You feel me? So of course,
If you could pick yourself to be any animal in the world, what would it be and why?
I'm gonna be a hawk.
Okay, that's a good one.
Because you know,
Bris is good. That's
I want to fly. You like a motherfucker. I want to fly because even if you a lion, you can't get me if I can fly.
If I go into the tree, it's bad.
I'm really the hawk. The hawks, the birds, they really go crazy, but or like maybe like a big ass shark. Yeah. But at the same time,
fuck with you.
At the same time, like who want to be in the water all day? You can't see the world. Like, a hawk, you can see the whole motherfucking world. Yeah. So
Nah,
yeah,
I rock with that.
I do use it. I'm a fan of your shit. I do use a coat that. I'm already know it.
If you could relive your life, is there anything you would change?
Definitely. A lot of people say no.
Yeah.
But hell yeah. I would take the knowledge I know now and apply it earlier.
Yeah.
Most definitely. And I feel like I'll be further. And that's just that. A lot of people say no, y'all tripping.
Yeah. How has fatherhood changed you?
A lot, you know what I'm saying? Gave me something else to live for and made me realize what really matter. You know what I'm saying? It's other paths of happiness and it's other emotions that y'all ain't even tapped into yet and you ain't gonna tap into until you experience that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like if you doing your thing, you young, like plan it out. You know what I'm saying? None of my kids, shout out all three of my kids, none of my kids was properly really planned out. So, of course, you learn lessons on the way, but plan it out and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
For real.
What would you say is the biggest lesson you've learned so far in the industry?
Oh man, the industry move. Oh yeah, man, it's my number, this is my email, hit me later. Yeah, you got to, first of all, come back to the law of attraction. You got to know what you want. A lot of time, I definitely say what I thought I wanted is changed from the beginning to now.
Yeah.
So, it's the law of attraction. When you are in line with what you want and you can envision yourself in it, you're gonna reach that. It's gonna you're gonna attract that. But if you don't know what you want, you're gonna attract craziness.
Yeah.
You gotta really know what you want and why. Some people say money, but think a little deeper because it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
So that's become my biggest lesson and the biggest thing I learned is knowing what I wanted and applying that and attracting that.
Yeah. You have any goals for this year?
Definitely. Short-term goals, period. I'm trying to win a Grammy or something bigger just to do it. A lot of people say I want to do it. It might not feel no different when I do it.
Yeah.
But you have to set goals for yourself to give you more your life more purpose. Give you something to look forward to. Yeah. So definitely want to win a Grammy and break through that independent layer and be looked at on a national scale.
Yeah.
Hit the Billboard charts. I could do it. I feel like I'm close. I feel like I'm one song away.
Yeah.
We'll at least enter the charts. So of course I'm gonna say okay, hit the Billboard charts. I'm trying to drop another Running Streets by the end of the year. I want to do one all-female one. We need a pink one.
Yeah.
Female artists reach out. We need one. Like I'm just trying to think of new shit to do. All the popping female artists.
Yeah.
So maybe we can knock out 3 this year.
Yeah.
Not even if it's just Running Streets, just 3 projects this year. Of course, I want to have a 6-7 figure year selling beats. You know what I'm saying, and monetize. But for the most part, just remain free and healthy. You know what I'm saying? So much bullshit going on. We trying to stay free and healthy in this one.
Amen to that for sure.
For real.
For my final question, I want to ask you, what advice would you give to the younger you?
It's so much shit I could say, but the biggest thing is identifying your goals early on to prevent so much tragic later on in life. Focus on fuck with school and all this shit. For the most part, because you need to focus on early on as soon as you turn 18, having your credit right, having your name right. You know what I'm saying? Like building yourself up for life on longevity scale. I always been moving so quick as if tomorrow ain't gonna be there.
Yeah.
And I would tell myself tomorrow gonna be there, right?
Yeah.
10 years, 20 years gonna be there. So take your time with this shit and do the right shit. And that would be the biggest thing I could tell myself as a younger me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Armani Depaul in the studio. Fire interview on the way, man. You got any final words for your people?
Man, shout out everybody from the New Bay, everybody from the Rich. We kicked this motherfucker off. A lot of us still here rocking, man. I am Sue, Showbang, everybody else, Cool John, anybody I didn't name, you know what I'm saying? And just keep fucking with Armani Depaul Beach because we going to keep going as hard as we can go, man. Shout out Innovator, man.
Hell yeah, dope interview on the way.
Yee.
You're locked in with the Innovators. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell.